Welcome to your Leo full moon reading, and this of course is going to be at its climax on February 16th of 2022 at 11:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can figure out where that is at in your time zone. And it's beautiful. We have this wonderful, exciting, fun Leo energy that's coming about. And I wanted to talk just briefly about, before we jump into your reading, what this energy is bringing in. Of course, every 28, 29 days or so, we have a new cycle of moons, from new moons to full moons and back to new moons, and so it's always going that way. But also around every 6 months we have a cycle of going from the new moon in a sign to the full moon in a sign back to the new moon in a sign. So the new moon, the last new moon, I'll show you a little card here. I love this, all these beautiful sunflowers, because the Leo, I believe, is ruled by the sun, so this is beautiful energy. The last new moon we had was back on August 9th of 2021, and that energy that started us off on that journey, like it says here, shine, and like the sun shines, right? And that was about finding pride, lion pride, in who you are, remembering respect for yourself, allowing your creative energy to bring like new and unique approaches to any of your challenges. So that was the energy that started up around there. And then 6 months later, here we're coming up around February 16th of the culmination. So during those 6 months, from there up to this point that's the journey that you've been having. So you can look at back on August 9th, see what was happening around that period of time, and just what has grown around your pride in yourself and the respect in yourself and your creative energy from that time. But the Leo full moon energy, this is about releasing now old thoughts and old beliefs about who you thought you were, the old things that you thought you had pride in yourself, or the things that you were using to define your respect for yourself. And now you're releasing those and you're letting go. And like it mentions in here, little lion, go wild. Get out from all that restriction and all those old thoughts and beliefs. It also says that answers are coming, so enjoy your ride, have fun, love, smile, laugh. All of those things help you see and hear answers where you didn't see answers before. And it's about using your energy not to focus on your fears, but focus instead on what you want, not on what you don't want. Focus on what you're grateful for, because whatever you focus on is what is going to grow. So this is what this is about. And I love these cards are from this beautiful deck here. So I'll let you see that in case you want to check those out. And it gives you a lot of beautiful information about the moons and the phases of the moons. And in here, they mentioned like a full moon affirmation, which I really liked, which I'm going to alter a little bit, but they mentioned like the affirmation is, I live in the present and release all past pain. And I want to alter that and say, I live in the present and release all past pain and constriction and suffering and stress, because those are those old beliefs, the old ways of seeing yourself. And this is a transformation of seeing yourself in a whole new bright way, right? So I love this, and we're going to see what the Creator has to additionally provide you for each reading for each of the individual signs, and we're going to jump into your sign right now. All right, my Libras, this is your Leo full moon reading, and we're going to start off by pulling a card from these You Are Awesome cards, and just see what the Creator wants you to know overall for this Leo full moon. Just one more time. All right, Creator, what do you want our Libras to know about this Leo full moon? All right, there we go. There you have it. Love these cards. And it says, I focus on magnifying my own strengths, like staying in balance. So definitely identifying your strengths and staying in balance during this full moon. We're also going to pull cards here from the tarot to expand on that. to see what more specifically the Creator wants you to know. All right, so for our Libras, what else? Okay. So actually they want this one to be here. So here you got the Fool card. And then you have the 0-1, and these were shuffled. This is the Magician. And then you've got the Knight of Wands. That is the King of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. The World card. And then I need at least 2 more. Okay. And you got the Judgment card. Okay, what else? Okay, nope, they don't want those. Just Butterfingers. Nope. Sorry. What else do you want, please? At least 1 more. Okay, they do want this one here. Yep, and then this is the Shadow card or the Devil card. So don't be afraid of that one at all. These are all wonderful combinations here. I really love this message that's unfolding here for you. And we're going to go around each of these in different ways, but we're going to start off with this one as the main message here, which the 0, the Fool card, is all about a new adventure. This is the new beginning. I mean, you have the World card here, which is in the Major Arcana. This is the ending of major cycles, the very end of it, and then you start again into here. So you've got this new beginning that's coming in. This is the theme of this here. It also represents your soul, your higher self, the connection to your higher self, which is important with some combination of these others as we get around to those. So you definitely have this new, like this, with this balancing and magnifying on your strengths. It's finding your true strengths and really digging into the inner you, the real you with this. Because when we go into this here, you've got the Magician card, which is number 1. Usually in a lot of the standard tarot, you'll see like a infinity symbol that'll be above their head, which represents that they're your infinite self. And they usually have this wand that is pointed to the heavens and one hand pointed into the earth, which is about bringing this essence of who you are, this powerful, loving energy through you and into the world, which then you have the Knight of Wands, which is, they do hold the wand that we were talking about with the Magician, and the Knight is all about movement, and so this is movement of that energy. Wands would be like your drive, your ambition, your aha, inspiration, your passion, and your spiritual energy. So this is definitely this message about bringing this spiritual energy from the heavens, from inside of you, filling you up and letting it come out into the world. The Knight of Wands is all about action and movement. And you also have the King of Pentacles here, which has this bowl that's firing out from itself. But the King of Pentacles is your outside world, and so this is the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I was thinking Magician. The Magician is number 1, but this is the Ace of Pentacles because the Pentacles are at the top here. But evidently, Spirit wanted me to see it as a Magician starting off because they wanted you to have that message about bringing in that energy and that essence of the true infinite you into this world. But the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles is kind of an ending, a new beginning too, because this is the beginning of the suit and the ending of the suit. And the Ace of Pentacles brings in new opportunities. It brings in new things coming from the outside world to you. And the King of Pentacles, having gone through all of the Pentacles, has this beautiful message about finding your worth from within, because having been through all that outside experiences, it knows that when it looks outside of itself for its wholeness, its completeness, for its definition, it gets disappointed, because when it looks to relationships of any kind, whether it's romantic, family, friends, work, whatever, people change or people pass away, so it's unstable. It's disappointing. When it looks to itself outside of itself to situations like jobs or education or some sort of circumstance, situations never stay the same. So those things end up being unstable and disappointing too. And of course, when it looks outside of itself to its body, its possessions, its bank account, all those things are unstable too, right? Because things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. So all that disappointment that it experienced on the outside pointed it back to the inside, to where it found its wholeness, its completeness, its just abundance from within. And so all of this combined with this energy and this passion, it's because you find it from within. You don't find it from without, right? Your own strength. It talked about you focus on magnifying your own strengths, not the strengths that the outside world says you have. It's from what you identify from within you. And then we look at these three together, and you've already seen the King of Pentacles, and then you have the Seven of Pentacles here. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's funny, I have all those legs, is the fruition of things expanding in your life. I'll come back to that here in a sec. And then I'll show you the World card here. Beautiful cards. So the Seven of Pentacles is like you planted a bush or you planted a tree and you're starting to see the fruit starting to grow on it. It's kind of like a patience card in a way, where it's like, you continue to give the, irrigation to the crops, and, they're getting the sunlight, nutrition it needs to grow. You just keep on doing the daily things that you had been doing. You're doing the work and putting your effort into the growth of those things. And it takes time. The outside world takes time for things to unfold and things to, come to full fruition. So it is about this patience here, but this King of Pentacles is also about abundance and wholeness and completeness. And with this World card here being endings for the new beginnings, something else that the Seven of Pentacles brings about is that in the midst of seeing the fruit grow, you're like, I know I planted an orange tree and now oranges are starting to grow, but I don't want I don't like oranges. I want an apple tree instead. And it's about stopping investing in energy in what you no longer want and investing in what you do want. And so there's this aha that's coming around here with all this. By finding things from within yourself, you're realizing that a lot of stuff that you were investing toward in your life, you're like, I don't want to invest in that anymore. And that's okay. You can make those changes and make that alteration in your life into this new direction. Because when we look at these three cards together, you have the World card, which is endings and new beginnings. You also have the Judgment card, which is double X's. So that's 2 10s, which is 20, but this is double endings and double beginnings. And then you have the Shadow card here, which the Shadow, which is also called the Devil card. This is not a bad card because this is our shadow self. This is our ego self. And it actually ends up being our friend, because what the shadow does is it will bring to our face those things that have been restricting us and feeling like we've been chained and being held captive. It brings to us that awareness, and it kind of winks at us, kind of like, I always have this picture of Dr. Evil in the Austin Powers series. He was the villain, Austin Powers was the spy, the British, 00 spy kind of thing. And he'd always get captured, and then Dr. Evil would just spill his plan to this captured spy, because the plan was that he was going to die. But he would always escape and foil his plans. In fact, people would go, why are you telling him he's just going to escape and ruin everything? But he would keep on doing it. But that's what our shadow does. It tells us and brings to us going, look, this is what's I'm using to hold you captive, and you're feeling small. Wink, wink. Like, you can do something about it now that you're aware of it. And that's where this ending and new beginning comes in, is because you've become aware of those things that are keeping you small, those things that made you feel weak before, and you're finding this balance, you're finding your inner strength to overcome and change those things because you have this. The other thing that the Judgment card brings is usually they would have like individuals standing in their coffins, and there would be this angel at the top of the card that had a horn waking up our smaller self, bringing awareness, the higher things to the smaller things. And this whole, this is card 20, which when you add 2 + 0 is 2. And with this soul being here too, and with originally me thinking this was, being told that this was the Magician card in my head, this is about connecting to your higher self. And this year, 2022, is a year of discovering the you times 2, the two of you that are living this human experience, this, shadow side of you, the small human character that you're playing, and then the actor behind this character, which is this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And I'll have the little series that I started, which is called You Times 2, and it goes into explaining, where we came from, why we're here, why do we even exist, how to connect more and more to our higher self, our spiritual self, that makes this beautiful companionship of our higher self with our lower self, that we could walk together on this earth and experience in life in a whole completely different way. And I really feel like that is the message that's coming in here so much for you, is that inner strength that you're finding is connecting to your higher self. Because when you look at these 3 cards together, you do have the shadow card, which is your human shadow self, your ego self, that's rooted in the fight or flight and the fear, conditional love of this world, our higher self, and then these new opportunities that are coming forward in the physical world. So with this connection that you are able to make, this is what makes this whole thing unfold in a completely different and amazing way. So I am loving this message for you. And we're also going to pull a final card from these Elemental Oracle and just see what element is at the foundation or at the core of this full moon for you. One more time. All right, so for our Libras, what's your final message for them for this Leo full moon, please? Okay, it's going to be this one right here. And you've got home, Earth. Beautiful, and that's card number 15. I'm just going to put that right here. Let's see what message comes from this for you. Yep, take time to ground yourself, right? Balance, grounding yourself. The earth is our home, and we are part of nature, not apart from it. Do all you can to take positive custodianship of the world around you. Pay attention to your body and your home. Turn your eyes towards home. Avoid disconnection with devices and extreme busyness. So when I saw home here, I thought of home, who you really are, back home. I always call it back home because that's where we come from. We're just visiting here, but home is not Earth. Earth is like this vacation spot, this beautiful just classroom, this beautiful adventure land that we come to learn so much about ourselves. And so think of home. The Earth is our home, and of course is a beautiful blue life-filled planet orbiting our sun with our solar system. And when astronauts were able to see the Earth from a distance, that made it visible as a whole. All were awed by the experience. Michael Collins, part of the Apollo 11 team that first landed on the moon, said, quote, "I really believe that if the political leaders of the world could see their planet from a distance of, let's say, 100,000 miles, their outlook would be fundamentally changed. The all-important border would be invisible, that noisy argument suddenly silenced." We are creatures of the earth and are all connected on the planet. The Earth, although made up of different biomes, is all one planet. Earth energy is stabilizing, growth-inducing, generous, cyclic, and deeply reciprocal. There is an awareness of a wise mother or father of earth energy that is profoundly comforting. Someone cooking you a nourishing meal when you are down, doing the gardening, spending time outdoors, building your own shelter. All of those give you a dose of earth energy. And this element, of course, is earth that it's talking about here. And I love the 15, when you add 5 and 1 together, that equals 6, which 6 can be the mother energy. And when you look at Father Creator, Father Sky, you can look at Mother Earth as the feminine, divine feminine side of the Creator, and really becoming connected to that again. You know, really, when it talks about home, it is about connecting back to the capital H home, back home. And that does transform everything, obviously, because your soul is showing up here. This judgment card is showing up here. And when we originally saw this as the magician card, all of those are about connecting to that eternal being that you really are. And it does transform, definitely grounds you, because it changes. Like it says, you look at the earth from 100,000 miles away, and all those disagreements and all that angst gets a lot quieter when you're out in space looking back on this small blue planet. So I love that. For you, I'm going to leave the reading here. I do want to let you know, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs, etc., new moon, full moon readings, and some others as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, and then click the subscribe button, that's going to make this little notification bell pop up, and that will allow you to select all in your notification settings to be notified when any new videos on this channel come out. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video or share a video or subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy that it wants to share these messages and these videos with other people as well. So if you feel so inclined to do any of those things, of course, I am grateful for that, but never any pressure to do so. And all my Libras, as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing full moon, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you take care.